What's up, Internet? I'm Aries Van Dam, and today's WTF Are You Thinking is going to be about women voting. Yep, I decided enough of y'all don't hate me, so I'm going to make half of you hate me right now. I think it's stupid that we let women vote. I think that if you want to vote, you should have to register for the draft. I'll say it that way, so no women freak out. I think you should give women the option. If you want to vote, you got to enter in the draft. Just no more asking men to pay your bill for you. Like, that's just, we've had enough of that. I've seen enough videos of you ladies telling me you don't need no man. So if you don't need no man, I think it's time you go fight your own wars. I don't really see a reason to be defending this nation for a bunch of, I can't say that, I'll get there. For a bunch of ungracious bitches. I just don't see a reason for it. So till y'all can understand you do need men, I think you should have to enter the draft. I think that's only appropriate. Yeah, why wouldn't you? What is it that makes you think you should get to vote when men don't get to vote if they don't enter the draft? Why do you have that right that men don't? Oh, I hear crickets. Yeah, no one ever has an answer for this because they love to tell you how we're all equal. Men and women, we're equal. We're equal. But then whenever it comes time to pay bills and stuff, it seems like we're not. It feels like we're not equal at that point. We're only equal when we're saying this stuff, but not whenever we need to show it. Because that's the point. Women never have any accountability for the things that they do. And I think this all comes from the draft. Just the act of like telling women, "Yeah, we got you. You just go over there." I think it's made them an unbearable monsters. It's part of the problem with our population numbers dwindling. It's part of the problem with like a lot of things in society. Everybody's like mentally ill now. It's all from feminism. Every bit of this is from feminism. And it's crazy that no one can see it. Like I see a couple of people out there that are saying the similar stuff, but I just don't understand how no one can see that feminism is what's done all this. Like trying to get women to be men is what's done all this. And I think that making them have to go the full route. If you wanna be masculine and be a man, enter the draft. Right? You wanna work a man's job and get equal pay and all these other great benefits, well, you gotta get the bad shit too. You don't just get all the good stuff. Like, that's the feminism creed. We want all the good shit. You keep the bad. And that's how it goes. It's just everything down the line just coming off of the draft. And that's where it all comes from. This entitlement, this sense of entitlement that women have that, hey, I can say whatever I want. And no one will punch me, I'm a lady. They can do whatever they want when I'm around. I don't protect ladies anymore. Not anymore. I have no reason to. I mean, yeah, if something bothers me enough, I will, but just to go around defending women, and there's no point in that anymore. No more reason for chivalry, right? I'm not going to give my seat up to some woman who's making a video saying she don't need no man. Bitch, get up and stand. I'm not trying to be super nice guy for all these assholes. And that's what it feels like. Women have become assholes, and it's all coming from this perceived privilege of I don't have to fight wars and I get to vote on the wars we get into. That's just insane. Why would you let a certain portion of the society vote on things that cause us to get into wars, but they're not responsible for fighting those wars? Why? That's the whole point. Like, that's why war is bad. I'd get us in all kind of wars if I was be able to vote and now I ain't gotta go fight it. They don't even understand the ramifications of war because they don't see it. So if you're not going to be involved, then just don't vote. But if you want to get involved in the process and live like a man, well then get treated like a man. All the way, a whole man, not just the part you pick and choose. Oh, I want a little of that and a little of that, but you keep all the responsibility. That's insane. That's just insane. You wouldn't raise your boys like this. You wouldn't tell your boys you just take all the good stuff and leave all the bad stuff for everyone else. But that's how women think. They just see things and think, oh, well, a man's doing that. I should be able to do it too. And they don't even think, well, that man is 6'5". He's probably bench pressing about 350 pounds. So maybe he's doing that because he can do that, and I'm not doing that because I can't do that. But nope. For women, we'll just sue enough people, and then they'll have to let us go do these jobs that we're not meant to do. Like I said, this all comes from the voting too. Once we shut that down, if you could just change it and give women an option. Hey, if you want to vote, you got to register for the draft. If you don't want to vote, then don't worry about it. Let the men take care of what the men are going to take care of. They're going to be the ones going and fighting and dying in the war. So how about letting them go do that? But I'm sure if women would be able to sit through this whole video, they can't. It's kryptonite to them. But if they could sit through it, they would want to argue with me in the comments, if they were brave enough, that that's misogynistic. To just, you're supposed to. Or they'll say, oh, you're not a real man. I've heard all of these. Not a real man is the first one that always comes out. Women love to tell you how real men are supposed to behave. So as long as that man is taking care of them, that's the crux of what they're trying to say. But yeah, I think the voting is the main thing here. This one, it's all over the place. But yeah, I think the voting is the main thing here. If we could just get them to have to at least voluntarily get in the draft, because that's, I don't even understand what would make you think you shouldn't have to do that. If I was a feminist, the first thing I would do would be get women in the draft, because you're kind of saying that they're too incompetent to fight in war. If they're not in the draft, then they're too incompetent to fight in war, obviously, right? Why else would we keep them out if they're not incompetent? So they are competent to fight in war, but they're not doing it for some reason? Why? Oh, because they have kids? Well, they're not having kids. Look at our birth rates. So again, why not? Why aren't they fighting in wars? So I need this legislation passed. Toot sweet, please get on it. I finally solved one of these problems on my own without any nerds or pocket protectors or anything like that. I solved this one. Put women in the draft, and it'll solve so many of our problems. It'll just make them understand a little bit better. And I think maybe even going to fight in a war would maybe make some of them be a little bit less, you know how they are. I'll just leave it at that so I don't get kicked off of this site. Peace.